Okay, hi everyone. I'm here and I just finished reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. That's the name, right? And I'm going to explain the story to my husband and thought this would be cool to put in the background as I make a fairy in The Sims. Please excuse if I sound nasally. I'm a bit congested, but I just finished reading the book, so I wanted to start this. Okay, are you ready? Okay, he's saying yeah. So basically, I'm going to summarize the story. So this is spoilers to anybody listening. So if you don't want spoilers, don't listen. Exit out this video or mute the video and don't listen to what I have to say. So the book starts with Freya. I've been saying her name in my head the whole time. Her name is spelled like a fairy. So I've been calling her Faria, whatever her name is. So she and this family and she got to go hunt because they're really poor. And we learned that they used to be wealthy, but the mama died and the dad did bad investments. Like he invested in whatever he invested in, all of the like all of the sinks, not the sinks. What's the thing called? Ships. All the ships went under, so they lost all the investment and they had to move into a shack on the outside of town. And so we learned that Freya been out there hunting and gathering and doing whatever she got to do to get the family like a little skid by here and there. And we know that she got a boo thing on the side that she eventually knows she got to marry, and she got a uppity sister who don't really do no work, and she got a little sister, and the daddy don't do nothing but limp all day through the house. So that is a summary of the beginning. So one day, Farrah going out and see, look, I'm calling her Farrah, whatever her name is. They explain it at the back of the book. But one day she go out and she hunting and she looking for food and she see this wolf and she like, oh my god, either this wolf gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill the wolf. So she killed the wolf and then she bring the wolf back, do some stuff with the wolf. Anyways, whatever she do with the wolf is not important. So then she realized that the wolf wasn't actually a wolf, it was a fairy, and she like, oh dang, I'm in deep trouble. And so then the fairies come and get her. It's two fairies that come and get her and they like, yo man, like you killed a fairy, and since you killed a fairy, there's a whole contract, treaty, truce, whatever you call it, to where like we can spare you, but you gotta come back to us to fairyland because they built a wall and fairyland is on the other side of the wall. So they're like, you need to come back and we're gonna erase your memory from your family. They not gonna know where you went. They're gonna think you went with an aunt, but you gotta come back with us. And so but they're gonna be taken care of. We gonna make sure they have money, everything. And so we're like, you know what, we ain't doing too, we doing real bad right now. So you know what, I'm just going back with you so that we can live. So she go back with them. They put her in a room. They dress her up, clean her up because apparently she was a mess. They clean her up, put her in some clothes, but she mad because she like, oh my god, why am I being held captive? Blah 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 blah. I can't believe I'm being held captive in here. So she have an attitude for a while. One dude, his name is Lucian. I'm probably not saying his name right. Lucian and Tamlin. Lucian kind of like a little sneery, like he be saying sneery stuff every now and then. Tamlin is all rude and quiet or whatever. So eventually, she realized she gotta stay here for life. She like, oh my god, if I'm here for life, I need to get adjusted to some things. So she started looking around and stuff, and she liked paintings, which marked that for later. She liked paintings, and she started exploring the grounds and stuff. And so she started thinking about writing from home, but we learned that she can't read and write, so she can't read or write to go back home or do nothing. And so then like she like walking around trying to learn how to read on her own or whatever. And so then Lucian one day, let me remember the order of things. Lucian one day is like, you could go talk to. No, she was in the forest and came across something because she going out in the forest and coming out other fairies. In this book, there's other types of fairies, like all these other creatures. Like it's not just like the fairy like Tinkerbell. It's like all other different types of fairies. Like you got an Ador, you got all these different types of fairies that's in this book. And there's one type of fairy that can tell you the future or something like that. And so Lucian's like, yeah, you can go catch one of them and it can tell you. And so she she called it, and the fairy was like making fun of her, but eventually it was like, you know what, stay with the High Lord. The High Lord is Tamlin. So they each High Lord. So the way this world split up, you got the autumn court, the spring court, the winter court, the day court, the dawn court, the dusk court. Like those are the different courts. And this dude she with spring court, and that's Tamlin, and Lucian is the autumn court. And the autumn court, he ran away from because they be tripping. Because not all fairies don't like humans like that. In this story, fairies they don't like the humans like that. So he's like, yeah, you tripping. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang out with Lucian in the spring court. So that's why it's two high lords in one court. And so then, yeah, she caught that little thing. What was that thing called? I don't remember what the thing called, but it was fairy told her or something. But then she get attacked by other ones, and Lucian, he didn't know if he should come save her just yet. But anyway, she gets saved or whatever. And so then after that, yeah. So after that, you get confused a little bit because you like, is she gonna like Lucian or is she gonna like Tamlin? Which one is she gonna like? But eventually, Tamlin come out, and he being nice to her, and he noticed she like painting, so he give her some easels to paint. And then she got a friend named Alice, but it's not really a friend, it's just the girl that bathes and dresses her every day, kind of like a lady's maid, whatnot. And so then eventually she become close with Tamlin, and Tamlin like, yeah, yeah, here's some painting, stay here and paint. She like, oh, this is nice. You let me paint whatever. I should get used to it since I'm be your captive for life. Or whatever, whatever. And so then, she trying to figure out more about them. Every day they eat dinner. Every day she put on dresses. Mental note, she ain't like dresses like that. Or whatever, whatever. She still don't trust them like that. Whatever, whatever. And then one day they having some kind of like ceremony, some kind of party, whatever. And she started catching a little bit of feelings for Tamlin. Yeah, because one day they went out to a meadow, and they was looking at the meadow, and Tamlin, I think, kissed her. And when he kissed her, she was able to see kind of like what fairies see. Like fairies have like enhanced seeing, visuals, all kind of stuff. So he was able to see. But while this is happening, was it a boog? I think it was called a boog. I don't remember. But they talking about it's a curse on the land, because Tamlin be having to go out, and he's like, yeah, what they call, it's a darkness coming to the land or something, whatever. We find out what that is later, but it's a darkness coming to the land, and he have to fight all these dark creatures because it's like dark fairies. Like I said, there's many different type of fairies. He's like, come and fight the dark creatures, and he go out and he be fighting them and stuff. So all that's still going on, and she like, okay, well, can y'all fight it? Like, is everything okay? Because yeah, them the creatures that tried to get her that day. And so then, um, yeah, they out in the meadow one day. They just chilling in the meadow, laughing, and we realize, okay, you like Tamlin, not Lucin or whatever. And Tamlin shows her the little what it could look like if she was a fairy. And she like, wow, I've never seen such green grass, such blue sky. Oh my God, whatever, 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 whatever. And so yeah, so they had that moment. But then they having like a party, and they tell her, girl, don't come down to the party. You don't want to come to this party. Lucian tells her, stay in here. Tamlin gotta to the go here to the party. Oh, did that happen before or after? I don't know. Either they did the meadow before or after the party. But anyways, the party is important because they told her to stay inside. She wouldn't stay inside. And the fairies are all like, they dancing, they partying together, and fairies don't like humans, like I said, like that. They even have to like cloak her sometimes because these bad fairies come, and they don't want them to know that they got a human. So they told her, listen, stay inside. She didn't listen because she said the field was calling her. So she went out to the party, and these bad fairies was gonna get at her again. But luckily, this other fairy, who we turn out we know more about later, came through, and he was like, yeah, you need to be glad I was here and I was protecting you, because them dudes was gonna whatever, whatever. So then Lucian comes across her and is like, bro, I thought I told you to stay inside. Tamlin out here. So Tamlin has to find a fairy to mate with that night in order to keep the lands fertile. And so his beast comes out. So he's very um excited. And so they're like, listen, stay away, Farah, because he very excited and we don't want you getting hurt and caught up in the middle of it. Well, that don't happen. And Tamlin come across her that night and it get a little hot and heavy, but all he did was bite her a little bit and then went on. And so I think the meadow scene made it happen after the bite. I don't know, but after that bite, things changed. That's when she realized, oh, okay, I see you, and you see me. I see how it is. Okay, okay. So then, shortly after, they start, feeling the feelings, and shortly after, they having another party. They invite her to, and it's like a solstice party, or some kind of party celebrating it, something. And she like, okay, turn up. And so he at the party, and they tell her, don't drink this fairy wine. This is the spring fairy wine. Don't drink it. And she's like, I'm gonna drink it anyway, because she don't care. So she drunk it, and my girl was feeling high and mighty. She was dancing around the field. Tamlin there, he playing that little violin. She feeling the music. They it was just, she was vibing that night. She was like, yeah, this night I'm vibing, whatever. They had a good night, and then they went off together again, and this time they really kissed. But she also seen the fields breathing or whatever, because she had that wine. I don't know, she was tripping. She was tripping, but she had a real nice good trip. She was feeling good. And Lucian's like, I'm sorry, and Tam was like, no, I got her, we good. They do their little flirt thing. So then what happens is, turns out the dude that saved her from the other, when Tamlin had the beast and he had the mate. The other thing, his name is Riz. We're gonna call him Riz because that's how I pronounce it. Riz comes. First of all, they sitting there having dinner. All of a sudden, they like, oh snap, red alert, red alert. And Riz come through there, and it turns out he with the night court, which is supposed to be like the night court. Ooh. And he sided with some homegirl named Amarthya. I don't know if I say her name right. I call her Amarthya. And so Riz come through and he like, oh, Amarthya coming through, come through here because okay, let me explain Amarthya. So Amarthya is the queen to another king that wants to take back all of the lands from these high lords. And but she came ahead of time. She's like, I'm gonna take this land for myself. And she came through and she tricked everybody. She was all like cute and tricked everybody. And she was coming through strong, tricking people. She evil, whatever. But then she got mad because it was a war against the humans, and her sister fell in love with a human, not knowing that the human was playing her to only get back at the fairies. And ever since then, Armathia, her sister name was Cynthia. Armathia ain't like humans like that. And so Riz is basically Armathia's 304. He a 304. He working, he working with her, which we find out more later. And so he come through like, Tamlin or Armathia coming to your court because Tamlin's like one of the last courts that Armathia ain't got yet. Because Armathia was like, there's some kind of, I get into that later. But basically Armathia had 49 years, gave Tamlin 49 years to like, because he real powerful, but to like come back at it, like to defeat the curse, whatever. And yeah, and so Riz is there like, yeah, man, your time coming up. And so then they tried to hide um old girl, what's her name, Freya, from Riz without knowing that Freya had already came across Riz. But Riz is a mind reader, so Riz be like bending the mind and stuff, and he could tell Freya was there. And he is getting out of control because he like, oh, so I see you got a human up in here. Haha, what if I tell Armathia? And then Tamlin's like, no, don't tell Armathia, please don't. Promise, I'll do anything, don't tell Armathia. And he's like, okay, I'm not gonna tell Armathia, but you gonna owe me big time or whatever. And they like, oh, we can't trust him, he not gonna tell, blah blah blah, because Riz go through Riz goes through our Freya's brain to find out her name, and Freya wants to go through Freya's name to find out her name, and Freya tells Riz her friend name from down the street, not her real name. Forgot that little girl name, but she's not important. So then whatever. After that day, Tamlin's like, you know what, this not gonna work out. I'm gonna need you going back home. And she's like, what, back home? What about the treaty you said that I had to stay here for life because I killed one of your people? He's like, no, like we gonna have to scratch that. We gonna have to find a way out of that because it's not safe for you to be here. Riz is Marthia is crazy. We don't know what it is. Blah 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 blah. And so like they get it popping on their final night, and he's like, I love you, by the way, but you gotta go home. So they get it popping. He put her in a little what's that buggy thing? Put her in a little horse carriage, send her home. So he sent her home. She go back home, and it turns out that surprise, her family doing real well. They got money now. They didn't move to the good side of town. They got money now. They doing real well. And she think that everybody thinks she was away at her aunt place, and the rich aunt died, and she inherited what the rich aunt had. But little does she know, she don't know that her older sister knows the truth, because she couldn't be glamored. So the fairies could glamour you into lies. Well, she couldn't be glamored into the lies. So she actually knows the truth, and the younger sister don't. She been doing garden work. The younger sister love, throwing balls and stuff. And the dad, turns out, he found his pep. He found his pep. They doing good. The ships was found. They got money. Freya came with more money. And so, she's back, and she's like, oh, I'm glad he was telling the truth and my family doing well. And the other sister, what was her name? Nesta, whatever her name is, Nesta was like, listen, I know you lying. Tell me the truth. So she told Nesta the truth. But then what snaps her out of it, they throwing a ball for her or whatever, and they trying to hook her up, and she's like, I don't want nobody. I didn't have that fairy man. I need the fairy man. I don't want no basic human. Give me the fairy. And so then it turns out that they killed the girl name that she gave to Riz. They killed her. No, they killed the family, burnt the house down. So she find out about that, and she's like, oh snap, so the fairies can come into the human world now? Oh, we got a problem. That means Tamlin is not okay. He is not okay. She don't know what's up, but he not okay. So she like, you know what? I got to go. And in that moment where she like, I got to go, whatever glamour happened to her dad and her sister breaks, and they realize, oh crap, girl, we ain't had no rich aunt. Where you been at? What happened? What's going on? She like, Nesta, like you need to go run and save everybody from what's about to happen, because what's about to go down, I can't explain it, but it's about to go down. So I'm gonna need you to step up and protect everybody, but I got to go get my man. So she goes to get her man, and Nesta like, girl, don't worry about it. I got this whole family. I got everybody squared away. You go get your man. So she go get her man, and she trying to find a way through the wall, because I got the wall and the horse tripping like, oh, I want to go there, whatever. She finally find a way through the wall, and she thinks she going to her man palace, whatever, castle, whatever. And she goes there, and it's destroyed. Like the castle is gone. It's down to rubble. All she see is Alice picking up some forage and some apples and stuff. She like, Alice, what happened? She's like, girl, it was a mess. Riz came back, Amara came back, they stole Tamlin, took him away, took Lucian away. They in the court under the mountain. She like, a court under the mountain? What do you mean? And she like, it's all your fault. You could have broke the curse. She like, what curse? So she explained that there was curse put on Tamlin by Amarthya, and was the curse basically said that he had to find a human that hated fairies and even killed a fairy to fall in love with him to break the curse. So it turns out Tamlin was sending his friends out to the human land, seeing if one of them would get killed by a human, to see if that was the girl to break the curse. So that day that Pharaoh killed the wolf, he was actually sent out on purpose, and Tamlin knew, okay, girl, you the girl that's supposed to break the curse. And Tamlin fell in love with her, and Freya knew she was in love with him but didn't want to admit it. She said she should have said it at the carriage, but she never did. And so Alice like, yeah girl, I'm pissed at you because all this ain't never have to happen if you just admitted you love that man. We could have been all set and Gucci, but no, now he in the mountain under the in the court under the mountain, and he's stuck there being this girl's slave. And now like everything is ruined. I gotta go to hiding because Amarthya want to take over all the courts, all the land. She want to have destruction. She want to kill the humans. She is gonna cause destruction to this earth. And Freya like, okay, I gotta go find my man. What a mountain? She like, no girl, you gonna die. She like, show me the mountain. So she like, I guess I'm gonna show you what a mountain is. So she show her what a mountain is. She like, all right, girl, there are 3 rules I'm gonna tell you. Don't drink they wine. Don't make no deals unless you have to, and trust nobody. Okay? And she like, okay, got it. She walk into the mountain. A creature called an ACOTAR find her, throw it to Amarthya. Amarthya like, oh, so you came here for your man? Look at you, ha ha ha. Look at me on my throne. I'm so cute. Look at me, ha ha ha. And she like, well, that's my man, because it turns out Amarthya had a crush on Tamlin, and she mad because Tamlin didn't want her. So she keeping Tamlin there, thinking she can break him down into wanting her, and she keeping Riz there to be her 304 because Riz family killed Tamlin family. So she like, okay, I'm gonna get this man back by torturing this man who killed this man family. And I'm like, oh my god, girl, you got some issues. And then she got the dude that tricked her sister, his eyeball in a ring, and she got his finger around his neck to keep him alive, not like through his eye and his finger to see everything happening. So Freya walk in, she see the little girl that they burnt the house down. She said she see her in the back dead. So she in the back dead. They killed her, and she like, oh crap, what did I just walk into? And Armathia, and then she see Tamlin. He's just like stone brick. Lucy in there, Riz there, and so then, yeah, and so then Armathia like, you know what, girl, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you 3 tests, and if you pass these 3 tests, then I'm gonna let you and your man go, and everybody gonna be free. Oh, and I'm gonna give you a sweeter deal. If you can solve this riddle, which I'll put the riddle on the screen because I ain't reading it to y'all right now. If you can solve this riddle, then I'll let you go instantly. And so she tells her the riddle. And old girl can't solve it, right? So she like, okay, I'm gonna go to the trials. And so she like, okay, so they lock her up in a dungeon or whatever, to await her trial. All she got is moldy bread. It's cold down there. Nobody comes seeing her. Whatever. They making fun of her. Whatever. And whatever. And so then, yeah. And so then she come out her first task. They put her in a pit. They put this big worm coming at her. She got to defeat this big worm in this bottomless pit, and it's filled with mud. So she like sloshing around the mud, and it's got human bones, everything. And they laughing at her like, ha, you gonna die, whatever. And so then Lucian actually helps her because she finally found a way to defeat the worm, but then the worm was coming at her from the back. The worm was gonna get her, and he like, on your left, woof woof. And she like, woo. And so she finally like kills the worm. And she stepped out of there like, yeah, I won this. And then Armathia was gonna come for Lucian, but she was like, leave him alone. It ain't all that, girl. And she was like, okay. So then after that, they was gonna get her again. They was gonna make her scrub. Oh yeah, and then from that battle, she yeah. Hold on. Let me remember. Yes. So from that battle, she had Lucian. Lucian came and healed her because she had a bunch of wounds. Her arm was hurting, and she had a bunch of wounds. No. I lied. Hold up. From when she got beat up. So the adder at the beginning before the trial beat her up, and Lucian came to heal her. and stuff so that she could be okay, because she got beat up, her broken nose and everything. Lucien came and was like, yo, I don't know why you here, you crazy. Tamlin is going crazy, but he can't show this lady that her torturing you affects him, so we all going crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen. You was stupid. What you do? Oh my god. She like, listen, I'm here for my man. So then, so then the task happens, and she gets help once again from Lucy and from the task. And old girl is in a mess. Like, old girl is messed up from the flow up. Like, she about to die, and they throw her back in the cell from that worm, and she literally about to die. And so who comes to her? Riz comes to her, and Riz is like, listen, I'll heal you up, but you gotta promise to stay with me 2 weeks out of the month at the night court with me, and be my, my little boo thing. And she like, oh, I really don't want to do this. And she like, well, he like, well, Tamlin can't come down here. Lucien can't. You don't know if he coming or not, because like I said, Lucien don't know about humans not being able to heal, so he don't know how bad she hurt. And Riz is like, I know how bad you hurt, and so like, just make the deal. And she did not want to make that deal, but old girl was sick. Like, old girl was dying. Like, the pearly gates was about to open for her. Like, she was about to be a goner. And she like, you know what, this for my man, so I'm gonna make the deal with you. And so she made the deal with him. And so he did like a little, like, they did the deal. He took her hand, and she woke, and she had like a tattoo, an eye on her hand. And she like, what is all this? And he like, no need to explain. But the deal they had is she only gonna spend a week. She gotta spend 1 week with him out of the month at the night court, or whatever. And so so that healed her, that saved her. And so then there was a before, no, was it afterwards? Somewhere around there, we learned that Lucy and family ain't crap, and his brothers are basically trying to want him to be dead, but his mom and father are still chill. And so the mama, they gave her a task where she had to clean the floor with dirty water, and they were like, if this floor is not clean with this dirty water when we get back, that's it, you a goner. So she's crying. She's like, how am I clean this floor with dirty water? And so the mama, Lucy and mama, brings her some clean water. So we know that happened somewhere in between. Anyway, somewhere in between, Riz is like trying to be cute with her. He invites her to come out with him to a party at the court. She like, I'm supposed to be a prisoner, and my 1 week don't happen until after all this. He like, listen, you cute, whatever. And she was wearing like a sheer cloth and everything. She basically, and he painted her with magic paint to where he would know if somebody else touched her. So he was like, if Tamlin touched you tonight, only I can touch you tonight. So so come to the party with me. So she at the party, and Marthia like, oh, okay, I see you at the party, you here with Riz, whatever. And so Riz tries to give her wine. Remember what Alice said? And he like, you better drink this wine. Bro, she drink that wine, blackout, don't know what happened. She wake up, she's sick everywhere, like she don't know what's going on. She like, what the heck did I drink? So Lucien come down and is like, bro, why did you make a deal with him? You know I would have came to heal you. And she like, Lucien, bro, you dumb. You don't know when humans about to die. I was gonna die, Lucien. He was like, well, I was dying myself because they beat me for helping you and all this stuff. So yeah, you would have definitely died, but why you had to do that? And she like, what happened last night? I blacked out. He's like, man, Riz had you dancing on his lap and dancing for everybody, and you was out here. I ain't never seen you before like this, Farrah. You in that sheer dress one night. She was so embarrassed. She was like, dang, I'm basically his 304, and he the 304 to Martha, and now I'm his 304, whatever. So this goes on and on. They go to parties. She do this over and over again. We get to the second task. The second task, she got Lucien tied up in something coming for him, and fire chandeliers dropping down on her. And to stop it, she gotta solve the puzzle on the levers. She gotta read the puzzle on the levers. We know old girl can't read, so she don't know what the levers say. She got the option 1, 2, 3. She don't know what they say. She can't solve the thing because she can't read. And so Armathia laughing, oh my god, she about to die, whatever. And so then, and so then Riz does something to her hand to make it painful when she touched the wrong lever, because she was about to pull number 2. She needed to pull number 3. and she figured it out, and Riz is talking to her, so she pulled number 3 and boom, she won the task. And she like, oh my god, like I could have been dead because I didn't know how to read, and if this Riz dude ain't helped me, I didn't know how to read, I would have been dead. Armathia man, she like, oh okay, I guess congratulations, task number 2 has went to you. And so then Riz come and visit her, and it's like, man, like you won, why you sad, what's going on? And she's like, why are you doing this, like why is you even helping me, you the night court, blah blah blah, you supposed to be mad, you supposed to be bad, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. They talking, whatever. He like, just be glad I helped you, listen, just be glad I helped you out. And so then yeah, time passes on, same stuff. She's stuck in the cell, sad, why. And so then she on her way to one party, and she overhear her and her maidens, she don't even know their name, overhear these auditors and this other creature talking about that the king is getting fed up with the queen. The other king who wants to take over everything is fed up because he like, bro, why did he, because she was supposed to come and back him up for a battle, but instead she chasing after Farah. And he like, why is my wife chasing after Farah, after this little girl, instead of coming to back me up with her armies? Like, what's going on? But she's sitting here playing tit tat with Tamlin and Riz, trying to get affection or whatever, or get revenge for her sister or whatever, when I need your backup over here. And so whatever, and so the pig tells the adder, he's like, yo, you need to remember that the king can make her not a queen instantly. So she still got somebody to answer to, and this is T we finding out. We like, oh crap. Anyways, the night before the third test. So anyway, Freya, she gotta do this over and over again, go party with Riz, whatever. And she just is like, I just left my body. I was like, I would too, girl. If you gotta drink a drink. At this point, she's like looking forward to drinking the wine to black out, just go day by day. So the night before the third task, she come into the party, she's still painted to where like Riz is like, I need to make sure that like I'm the only one that touched you, but he did that for a purpose. But anyways, Tamlin can't control himself no more, and he have her go to the back room, and they start almost getting it popping. And Riz walk in like, bro, y'all stupid or what? Y'all stupid or what? Huh? And so Tamlin get mad and walk out, whatever. And so all of a sudden Riz is kissing and feeling on her like in the same spots of the paint, because the paint, if you touch the paint, get on you. Like if you touch the paint, it get on your hand, and you didn't touched her. So all of a sudden she doing that, and she like, why is he doing this? Oh my god, my man was just touching me. So Armathia come in, and thankfully Armathia think that Riz and Freya was getting popular and not Tamlin. And finally Riz explains, he's like, can you imagine like if Armathia would have came in here and seen y'all all booed up? You booed up with the man that she want? Are you crazy? I've been doing all this to keep you alive, to help out. I've been trying to help out because, yeah, I don't like Tamlin like that, but Armathia gotta go. Because she keeping my powers. By the way, she keep all the fairies' powers on lock. Because, like I said, Tamlin is strong. He a high lord. Riz is strong. He can do more than read your mind. He's supposed to be able to do more than that. She keeping all their powers on lock. And Riz didn't like that. So he like, you know what, I'm gonna help Tamlin and them. He like, do you not see I've been helping you this whole time? And this third task, bro, I don't know if you're gonna make it through it, bro. But make it through it, bro. So make it through. So then we get to the third task. And the third task, oh Lord, Armathia is crazy. So we go in the room, and Armathia got 3 fairies lined up. Supposed to be innocent fairies. And Armathia tells Freya, kill them. Kill each one. And I'll let you and your man go free. I'll let you and your man go free. Kill each fairy, and I'll let you and your man go free. And Freya's like, oh my god, I can't do this. I can't kill no innocent people. When I killed that fairy in the thing, it was self-defense because she thought it was a wolf. She thought it was attacking. She ain't never just killed just to kill. You know what I mean? And so then she looking around, everybody's stone faced, whatever. And all of a sudden she hear, because Riz has a way of connecting to her in the brain, and she hear him saying, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Boom, she killed the first fairy. Was a little boy crying. Not a little boy, like a young fairy man crying. And she like, oh Lord, how am I do this? Armathia laughing, whatever in the background. And Riz like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Second fairy is young girl. She praying. The fairy start praying like the little fairy praying. She like, oh Lord, I don't know if I can kill it. But then the fairy lady is nodding at her like, yes, kill me. Because at this point, Riz says you have to complete the task and free everyone because only Tamlin's rage can kill Armathia. And he needs his full powers to do that. So he must be freed. So you need to complete the task. So in her head, she's like, do I kill these 3 people to free a whole group of fairies? What do I do? So she go for it. She killed a girl. The last fairy they take that thing off is Tamlin. She thought Tamlin was standing behind Armathia, but it was an adder who shapeshifted into Tamlin. And Ria's mouth dropped. Everybody's mouth dropped. Like, oh my God. And Armathia like, what's the problem, girl? Kill your man and he gonna be free because he gonna be dead. Didn't I tell you could both be free? And Freya like, what the heck? What I did all this to be with this man and now I gotta kill fairy. Be with this fairy and now I gotta kill him. What? But then she like, hold up, wait a minute. Alice gave me a clue. Alice said, listen. Listen to what people are saying. Listen. And she goes back. She remember people commenting, oh, Tamlin got a heart of stone. Oh my gosh, your heart made of stone, but you falling for feelings. And she's remembered all this. She's like, wait, do this dude really got a stone heart? Because if he do, that means if I stab him in the heart, he wouldn't necessarily die if he got a stone heart. So she said, you know what? I ain't got nothing else to give. Let me try. So boom, she stabs him in the heart. Right? And he like, and everybody like, and I'm right there like, oh my God. And so like, she looks at him and she can tell he's healing, right? But he healing real slow. And she like, oh crap, he ain't healing fast enough. So all of a sudden, Riz, so all of a sudden Armathia get pissed and like, you know what, girl, I'm just gonna kill you right now. And everybody's like, that's not fair. She passed the test. Let her go, whatever. Armathia like, I don't care. I'm about to kill you. I'm about to murk you right now. You gone. You a goner, human. And so she come around. She breaking her bones one by one. Riz in the background trying to like stab her with the other things that happen. And so then so then she throw Riz, Armathia throw Riz, and so like Freya is on the verge of death, right? Because her bones breaking or whatever. And so she finally repeats the riddle back. She finally repeats the riddle back in her head that Armathia had. Hold on, let me find this riddle. I'm gonna find this riddle real quick. But she's repeating it over and over, and she's like, "Oh my God, I just love Tamlin. I love Tamlin. I can't believe this. I'm just gonna die." Well, because Armathia is like, just tell him you don't really love him, and I'll let you go. Just tell him you don't really love him, and I'll let you go, bro. I'll let you go. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna tell him. Hit a riddle. Hit a riddle. For though each of my strikes lands a powerful blow, when I kill, I do it slow. But scorned, I become a difficult beast to defeat. But I bless all those who are brave enough to dare. And it comes to Freya. She like, oh, the answer to the riddle is love. And then boom, all of a sudden, Tamlin get his power back in, but girl Freya dead because her neck, her whole back then broke. She on the ground. And so Tamlin come through, but Freya can tell what's happening through Riz because Riz bound himself to her. That's a little eye, so she can kind of see what's happening a little bit. Tamlin come through and shove Armathia and boom, stab Armathia, rip that throat out. She gone, right? And yeah, Lucian help. And he like, yeah, he like, oh, Freya. So then all the high lords come and they give him like a little glowing thing, and they each give him a glowing thing. And and so then Riz, the last high lord of the night court, is like, we even now, and gives him a glowing thing. And then boom, he puts it inside Freya, and Freya turns to a fairy. That's the only way to save her. So then she wake up and she's like, oh my God, I'm a fairy, I'm a fairy. I can't believe it. And he's like, yes, I love you, blah, 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 happily ever after. But she's like, oh, but I killed two fairies. What about all the trauma that we went through? Not now, not now. We got to get it popping now. So they get it popping. And so then, like, yeah. So then basically all that happened is that's how the story ended. She became a fairy. And Riz, and he's like, we're gonna figure out how to handle Riz because she's still bound to him for that week because she still got that tattoo. And he like, listen, we gonna figure it out. And then Riz come through and it's like, goodbye for now. And she like, goodbye. Don't I still gotta come to you a week? And he like, I know you still gotta come for me for a week, but goodbye for now. He fly, he doing his little wings, and she like, oh, I didn't know your wings. You liked your wings. He was like, yeah, I got my flight back because Armathia did, whatever. So then her and Tamlin are free, and they run off and they go home to his palace. And that's A Court of Thorns and Roses. That's a summary. If you don't feel like reading a book, I'm gonna read the second book, and I might do this again. But that's my summary of A Court of Roses. Feel free to subscribe if you want to hear more summaries, and let me know if you read the book because I'm gonna read the next book. I want to know what else is happening in this world with Freya and Tamlin. I need to know what, because it's four of the books. So I'm gonna read the books. Let me know, but feel free to subscribe. And let me know if you read the books in the comments. Okay, bye.